people, welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna make Ghana Jollof and Suya from scratch. So we're gonna keep adding the ingredients as we go, but this is a special mixture of tomato paste, pasta sauce, and I have some onions, carrots, some peppers. This was requested by Jerry Datson. So Jerry Datson, this is for you. The reason why I used pasta sauce and the tomato paste is I don't exactly like the taste of tomato paste on its own. So I make a very special concoction. So just add a little oil to a pan on low heat. And we're going to start off by frying the tomato mixture. Now, if you don't have pasta sauce, just go ahead and use your tomato paste and just make sure you add a little fresh tomatoes to it so you don't like eat a lot of processed stuff, you know what I mean? So just go ahead and then fry that in. We're gonna make a base. That's how you start your jollof. You need to make a base. So this would be a stew base that we're gonna make. I'm gonna add some red hot pepper to it. You can add cayenne pepper, you can add paprika, or if you have just regular pepper flakes also you can use that. If you've been on my channel for 5 minutes, you know I eat a lot of peppers, so oh well. Here we go. We're gonna fry this for about 10 minutes. We want to make sure it comes to a simmer, so that's what we're gonna do. At this point it is coming to a simmer. Make sure it's on low heat. You do not want this thing to get on your skin, my sister, my brother. This thing hurts. Okay, so add your vegetables to it, and we're gonna bring everything to a boil. Keep stirring so you don't get your stew burnt. We're gonna cover this up for like 5 minutes, and we're gonna come back in and stir. I'm using a non-stick pan, so it's kind of easier this way to monitor what is going on, but keep stirring, keep stirring, keep stirring. Alright, at this point it is almost done. I'm gonna add this stew spice from Afra de Village. I'm gonna link her channel, her blog below, her Instagram. If you're interested in her spices, you can go on and get it. I know she has some rosemary in there and some thyme. It just reminds me of that Sunday red stew that our moms used to make in Ghana. So yeah, she got the spice very right. I'll link her so you go check her out. So we're gonna keep correcting the seasoning. You can keep adding what you want, but I use that and I use curry also. It gives it a really nice flavor, very rich flavor. So we're gonna add just a little bit to the stew. Then we're gonna move on, and then we're gonna add some a little nutmeg and some stock cube or some salt, whatever you prefer. Okay, so next up we're gonna put our rice in. I already have a video on this. I only use jasmine rice. Make sure you wash it very well, and then we're gonna add it. This is about 2 cups of rice for that amount of stew. Alright, and so here is the fun part. We're gonna keep stirring this to make sure everything is evenly coated and everything is, you know, has the right color and the right like consistency that we want. You need to keep an eye on this because this is like the most like important part of the food. Alright, so keep stirring, keep stirring. We're gonna make sure everything is you know, evenly coated, and then we want everything to simmer, come together, we have a very nice, you know, mush up before we move to our next steps. But yeah, from prep to cook for jollof rice, I'll say within 40 to an hour because it's slow cook. Don't rush it, you just take your time. So I'll say 40 to an hour. Keep staring people. Alright, at this point it looks really good, smells divine. Everything is like coming together as planned. So keep stirring. If you have a non-stick pan, I would advise you to use this. Right now everything is evenly coated, as you can see. This was what I was going for. At this point the rice is not cooked at all. We just wanted to make sure we get that color right and everything, come together perfectly. The next step will be for you to add water. Now, if I'm gonna link my other video for how to cook jasmine rice, but make sure the water is just above the water. Do not above the rice. Do not go overboard. If you go overboard, you're gonna end up with like mushy rice balls. Like you don't want to eat that. So watch it carefully. The rice should just sit right under the water. All right, very easy, very easy. Cover that up. We're gonna give it for about 10 minutes. Keep monitoring it, put it on low heat, and then here we go. Right? We still have a lot of moisture in here. So I'm gonna show you one trick that you can use to make your rice cook a lot faster. You know, cut everything into two. Right? Because this looks really good. Alright, so this is the next step. You have to use saran wrap and then make it into like a little cover and cover this up, let it cook for 20 minutes. If it needs a little more water, just add a little water to the sides of it. Close it up until the rice cooks, right? Very easy, very simple. Get something like this, you're right on your way. Now let's move on to the suya. You have to use beef. That's original suya. You can use any variation you want, but it has to be trimmed correctly. Do not use frozen beef. If you have to use frozen beef, just make sure you make it sit there for a couple of hours, or maybe marinate it overnight if you have to. But cut it into thin slices like I'm doing right now. And there you go. Very, very thin slices. This is homemade, so I'm gonna do it as much as I can. Alright, so some pepper from Afra the village again, suya pepper, green another green pepper and some onions. I'm gonna add a little stock cube to the spice because I did not marinate my beef. It was a personal choice. So I'm gonna add the stock cube to the suya powder. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna put it on the kebab sticks. The kebab sticks, make sure you put them in water for about 3 hours or so, even overnight before you attempt to use them. They're just bamboo sticks. They will burn if you don't soak them in water. So that's a trick for you. Now just gonna string them. You can stack them if you want, but I just prefer to, go homemade and make it a little light-handed. So you can stack them with all sorts of things that you want. But I'm just gonna make it easy, very simple for everybody to do. Alright, so there it is. Just keep doing that. And then we're gonna coat this before we put it on the grill. Coat this with the suya powder. You can get suya powder from African markets or from the internet. I'm gonna link Joanne's site so you can check it out. If you have a grill, put it on a grill. If you have a stove grill, put it on the stove grill. But if you don't have any of that and all you have is an oven, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna take the oven rack, right? And you're going to wash it thoroughly. And then you're gonna oil it and then put your kebab on it. So this is optional for people that don't have grills at home or who live in like apartments like I do. So we're gonna oil it a little bit with either virgin olive oil, peanut butter oil, whatever it is that you have, but be very light-handed. And then put a pan or aluminum foil under, the oven so it can catch the fat and the juices, right? So this is 10 minutes in, 400 degrees on the oven. It is very easy to do. I was like so shocked how fast it was able, because you preheat the oven 400 degrees and then turn them over, brush them with some oil again. All right, just like that. Remember the aluminum foil at the bottom of a pan to catch the oil and the fat. Okay, put it in for another 10 minutes and you're done. Very easy, very simple. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe. I'll be here on my next video. Take care, guys. I'll catch you later.